everyone with everyone so we can get the job done. Well, welcome, family, to the Team Effort Lifestyle Call. As you can hear, Robert says we need to take massive action, family. I'm telling you, that is so true. If we don't take massive action and get out there and tell folks what we're doing, shame, shame, shame. Because everyone needs to know exactly what's happening here in 10. These vitamin sprays are doing wonders throughout the globe, and we need to just get it out there and share. That is your mission. That's your job. That's growing your business. That's growing your network. That's the heart of your business, is to share. If you're not growing your network, you're not growing your business, and that's what you want to do. You came into this business to make a difference, to get healthy, and to make a difference in other people's lives. And it's going to start by you growing your network. You picking up the phone, calling, sending out emails, sending out voice messages, doing whatever it takes to get the word out there, because people are looking for what we have. They're looking for it. So make it easy for them to find you so they can come aboard and be a part of your team. Let's take that massive action and make it happen. I'm going to stop right here and bring on my business partner, One Star, Pastor Del Wafer. Are you there, sir?
I am here. Glad to be here. I tell you, beautiful day on the East Coast.
Yes,
and hope everybody else is enjoying their day. It's a great day to get kicked off. A lot of exciting things going on around the country. We have Dallas coming online. Man, Dallas is getting ready to blow up, and looking forward to going down there. So many other things happening. Mr. T and his silver call with Alan seems to be catching fire. More and more people are being tuned into that. Great training tomorrow. Everybody wants to be on the training with Anita Poole tomorrow. She's going to be talking about volume and cycling and all of this. A lot of questions have been asked about the point system and the value system and projecting how much money you can make on your compensation. She's going to be going through all of that, so you definitely want to get your people on tomorrow at the 12:30 Eastern Time video presentation of training. We got so much going on. I mean, where can we begin? I mean, gosh, we got so many new testimonies all over the place. Pastor Denise, you and I were on a call Sunday night and heard more and more great testimonies about what the product is doing in people's lives. So there's so much to talk about. There's so much to get done. It's just hard to begin.
It really is. It really is, Clint. We're going to have to capture everything and video, and we're going to have to record it all. And we're going to have a call one day. We're just going to be able to call and just listen to all of the awesome. Actually, Terry Whitener doing that now. He's collecting all these wonderful video testimonies that we have on the call, and you can download and listen to them at any time. We have them all posted on the Tenacious and the 10 Prosperity Facebook page. But another great thing, Pastor Dale, we do have the 10 TV show that's going to be coming out. So that's going to be something to really step back and enjoy and watch, and get your guests on as well so that they can see the difference that we're making in the world. And, I keep saying we've got to watch out for that camera crew that's going to pop up in anyone's neighborhood at any time to record and to video what 10 is doing, the difference it's making in your life and the difference in your family life. So we're looking forward to that. That's going to be coming pretty soon. I think we're going to hear more about that next month at 10 University, as well as the website that's coming up, as well as the new company brochure that is coming out, as well as the new development center that we have in place. So many great things that are happening right now in 10. We're so new. I mean, we just launched in February, but already look at all the great commission checks that have gone out. Look at the cars that have already been won. The trips have already been given away. And just so many great things that happen in such a short period of time. And it can happen to you if you're doing like Bobby said at the beginning of the call, taking massive action, getting out there and sharing your business and letting them know what you do, and grow your organization. Grow it, because essentially it's just going to take over. You grow it now, and then you'll be able to step back and just watch it continue to grow. But you got to take action. You got to make it happen. Please, we keep saying, make sure you have your two business partners. Make sure you have your one on the left and the one on the right, to take advantage of our one-of-its-kind, dual-core, double-binary compensation plan. And then make sure you help your two to get their two, because when they get their two, guess what? It promotes you to executive. And once you become executive, Mel Gill said that's the most important position in the company, is to be an executive. Well,
Pastor Denise, I think one of the things that sets apart those who really, thrive in this business and those who kind of sluggishly move along is is, as you said, setting the priority for your business and getting it going. When we first started in this, we automatically said, you know what, we got to get our left and our right away.
Yeah.
And, when we first started this, you became an executive in one day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yep.
I became an executive that first week.
Mm-hmm.
And our teams, they got their left and their right within a day or within a week. They had their left and the right, their left and the right, their left and the right. All the executive founding members of the Maryland area got their left and the right in the first week, became an executive in the first week or first 2 weeks. And when you do that, you train the people that you're bringing in to do the same thing.
Yeah.
And that's what got us moving fast, is because we had a sense of urgency to get that left and that right. And I'm going to encourage you guys, if you really want to see phenomenal growth in your business, you have to have a sense of urgency to get your left and your right in your first week. Get that first and that left and that right, and teach them to do the same thing. You're going to see your business just take off. And as we saw, it was like a runaway train when we began to do that, Pastor.
Yes, it was. It took off running. And you have to understand how the compensation plan works, and that's when everything kicks for you. When you place your left and your right, you become a lifetime member of this compensation plan. I mean, you're a lifetime member. There's no other comp plan that offers that. And there's so much that this compensation plan offers you. But it's not going to work if you step back on the wayside and you wonder what's going to happen. You really have to take action. Pastor Dell and I share many times is that when we first started with the company, it was literally just, this is without sister company, the first time it was my video talk. It was literally just Pastor Dell and I. We started with just the two of us saying, look, let's grow this company. Let's make it happen. We started having a meeting. And our first couple of meetings, no one showed up. You hear me? So don't get discouraged when no one shows up. No one showed up for about, maybe the first 5 weeks, Pastor Dell? Maybe about the first.
Right.
About the first 5 weeks. And we would go every Thursday, and we would be there from 7 o'clock until 9 o'clock, and no one would be there. We would just kind of talk, pretending we had a room full of people. And then around about 8:30, we'd say, okay, well, let's wrap up, and we'll come back next week. And we were persistent. We did not quit. We kept going. And no one would show up, but we kept doing it. And we would talk to each other throughout the whole time, but we kept doing it. But what happened after the 5th day of doing that, 2 people showed up, and you would have thought the windows of heaven open. 2 people showed up, and we went berserk. We went off. I mean, we screamed, woo-hoo, we got 2 people. It was just 2 people, but look what happened from there. Look what happened because we didn't quit, because we persist, because those 2 people led to 2 more people. And those 2 more people led to 2 more people, and it began to grow. So that's how it starts. If you have a TTP in your home and just one person shows, jump for joy, because that's where it starts. It starts somewhere. So let it start there. Take charge. What is the word I'm looking for? Something. You know what I'm trying to say. Y'all say it for me. Just take it. Action. Massive action. Get out there. Schedule your TTP. Have it anywhere. Have it at the tables at McDonald's if you want. I don't care. Just go somewhere you can sit and share this phrase with someone, because believe me, people are looking. They are searching for you. Make it easy for them to find you. Well, Pastor Dell, let's bring this beautiful lady on the call with us today. She has she hosts the calls for us every Tuesdays and Thursdays, but it's very seldom we get a chance to hear her testimony and what the sprays are doing in her life. So we want to always give her the platform so she can also share all the joy that she's containing within herself as a result of what the sprays are doing for her. And many times she loves sharing the testimonies of all the other people that she's exposed to and hearing how they're changing the lives of others. So let us welcome to the call this beautiful lady, Miss Pat Lowe from North Carolina. Pat, are you there, dear?
Yes, I'm here. Good morning, Pastor Denise and Pastor Dale. It's a pleasure to be on your call this morning, as always. So thank you for inviting me today. Oh, my. Well, they say you have to be passionate about what you do, and I am so passionate about the 10 business, and I thank the good man above for offering this wonderful, wonderful opportunity, not for the monetary gain, but to enable us to change people's lives. physically, and I'm seeing that happen. My life especially, most people do not know I had fibromyalgia as well. My pain is gone. I had some bulging discs, 5 bulging discs due to a really bad fall in '07, could not get any relief, elected not to do the surgery because I'm allergic to 16 drugs. So I didn't think morphine would work with me real well. So I elected to bypass the surgery. They wanted to go in and do the cages, do the metal plate in my neck, but I said, that's not for me. I asked the doctor, how are you going to get me well after I had that surgery? And really, truly, he had no answers. And then after doing my research on that particular surgery, it has a 75% failure rate, so they don't tell you that. But I did my research, and the neurologist actually got really upset with me when I elected not to do his surgery. But moving fast forward, had fibromyalgia, the pain of that is gone, had some other issues going on in the body, did not know, but I was tested, and also had parasites, lower abdominal pain. I was in 4 emergency rooms last year. Not a doctor one could figure out what was wrong with me, and once again, when I was in so much pain in one of the emergency rooms, the doctor came in 4 different times and said, we need to put you on morphine. And I said, not on my watch. I said, I'm allergic to 16 drugs. Can you imagine what morphine would do for me? So as you well know, and out in the medical bill, God love them. They want to mask everything and put a Band-Aid over everything. But that just doesn't work, especially with somebody who is very highly chemically sensitive. And drugs are chemically put together. They are chemicals, and they would have just even more toxified my body. So once getting on these particular sprays, oh, my, I saw a very huge increase in my energy, felt just the best I'd ever felt, and then my high and my passion to help other people really kept me on a high every day with these amazing products. And, I can't tell enough people about them, but and it is all about your passion and how you feel about what you're doing. I do not look at this as a business. I look at this as a means and a way to help other people change their lives physically, and we had that happen to us. Well, we've got several stories, but the story that I want to tell you about is my dearest friend, Alan Hooker. His mother has been bedridden, wheelchair-bound for several years. She has a disorder called cerebellum axia. And what that is, it is a muscle disorder. It's where the cerebella of the brain actually it starts to decline, and your motor functions are no longer. It's very similar to multiple sclerosis. And when I found out that I knew Alan's mother was disabled but had no clue, I just hadn't taken the time to ask really what was wrong. I knew she had a debilitating disease. And so I asked Alan, and the reason I asked him about this disorder, his brother, I recently saw him. There's only 10 months apart with he and his brother Edward. And I said to Ed, I noticed a difference in Edward. What is wrong with him? I mean, it really just kind of took me back when we went out to dinner one night. I noticed that he was walking, his gait was, they have to spread their legs real wide to have control and balance to even being able to walk. His wife was escorting him out the door arm in arm, and I said, wow. And so I called Alan immediately. I said, okay, Alan, what's wrong with Edward? I want to help. I want to do something. What can I do? Talk to me about this. So he said, well, this runs in our family. My mother has it, and now Edward has been diagnosed with it. And I said, We need him on the sprays. And Alan said, well, I have an order coming in, and Alan's in Houston. I said, that's not fast enough for me. Alan, I will have Ed deliver tomorrow a B and a D and a Super 10 to Edward. And I said to him, you have your mother on these sprays? And he said, I do. And he said, my dad has been saying, he has been her caretaker for years, waiting on her hand and foot, dressing her, helping her from, of course, out of bed into the wheelchair. Do you know, she's been on the sprays probably about 4 weeks now, and they started noticing a difference. And her dad or her husband would go into the room, and she was already dressed and up and out of the wheelchair and into the wheelchair. And then she said to him one day, give me my walker. I need to be back on my walker. And she started walking again. Well, when I talk about it, I'm like you, Pastor Denise, I'm very emotional. And to know that we have, to know that we have touched a life in this manner that without these sprays, we may have never known. So I went online and I started researching, and I said to Alan, I copy and paste the article. I got it to his brother. I got it to Alan. I said, do you realize that this disorder, and I'd rather call it a disorder than a disease because disease to me has no ending, but a disorder you can repair and you can turn it around. But did you know that this is caused from vitamin B deficiency? And I feel so blessed that we have the most powerful sprays in our hand with the best ingredients in all the world, that Amy and Mel took the time to make sure we had the best of the very best put in these sprays. Because how do we know that? We know it because we're hearing testimonials like this every day. This woman's life has turned around. In fact, Alan is still in Houston. He works in Houston, but his family is here. Ed is headed out today, taking a detour just to go by to see Alan's dad and mom. They ran out of the B&D, and we are just determined they're not going to go without them a day if necessary. And so Ed is taking those by there today. So that's my story with her name is Hershey. Lovely lady, lovely. The dad is just marvelous caretaker for all these years. And now I also know that we've been able to lift some of the load off of Mr. Hooker as well. So I feel very blessed. Thank you for letting me share that story. There are many, many more marvelous ones to come. I'm talking with a pastor right now down in South Carolina. Shared these products with him, sent them out the other day. His wife had bone cancer. She now has a really, really bad case of fibromyalgia. We got on the phone, him and I and Melissa last night, and shared all of the different things that these vitamins can actually do for her. So now we're on another mission, Pastor Denise, to change another life one spray at a time. Thank you for having me today. I love you guys, and we're just going to change the world, and we are changing the world with these marvelous, marvelous sprays. My love and thanks go out to Mel and Amy Gill for taking the time to formulate or have these products formulated so they can ended up in our hands so we can help once again one life at a time. Thank you so very much.
Girl. Pat, I tell you, as you were sharing the story about Hersey and her husband, having to, get her in and out the wheelchair on a daily basis and helping her to get dressed and things like that. And I can only imagine the look on his face when he walked in her bedroom for the first time in several years. And there she was, already up, already dressed, already in a wheelchair and asking for her walker. Can you imagine what that did to him?
I wished I could have been there. I can tell you that because my love is people. And I can only imagine they're an elderly couple, and, he's had quite a task over all these years, but that shows his love for her and God's love for him. He's been a wonderful caretaker for this lady, and also he said, she looked at him and she said, well, I'm just getting able to do things on my own now, and she said, what do you think this could be? Why is this turnaround? He looked at me, he said, Hersey, it's the sprays. It's the sprays. What a marvelous way to start out our day, to be able to share such a marvelous story, and an elderly couple that we have helped change their lives. And there's nothing better. There's no greater gift that you can give than the gift of health. And I say it over and over and over in a lot of my emails. There's just no greater gift that you can offer someone than the gift of health. Because their health is their wealth.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's
so
you can have all the money in the world, but if you can't enjoy it, if you can't be healthy, then that money in the world is not going to mean a thing to you.
Exactly, and I know we have a lot more lives to change. I'm excited about this mission. I think this mission was given to us from God. I told someone the other day, I know these vitamins were spray vitamins were put into my life so that I can help change the world and take it around the world, and I will. It's just like our orphan children. I can't wait to the day that I'm making enough money that I can supply my 81 children over in Kenya these sprays so that they can have a chance in life. We're helping to build them a children's home, and we're also they'll be schooled there, and then we'll be able to once again put these sprays in their bodies so they can have a chance at life, with their education and getting their health back on track. Some of these children go every day with no meals. We try to make sure, Ed and I sponsor the children, making sure that they have a meal every day. But, what if we can provide them 2 and 3 meals a day? That is our goal, to put them in this home and put them in a safe haven. A child that is out on the street over there is marked as a virgin, and they're exploited. They're taken advantage of because it's something in their, I don't know if I don't want to say tradition, but in the man's mind that they become more mighty, I guess you'd say, if they have sex with a virgin. So these children are marked. These young girls, and that's why we have to do everything that we can do. Sisters, the number 2 Sisters International is our nonprofit that we're helping our wonderful friend Purity Ruchuko from Kenya. She lives here, local, to help her accomplish this mission to get these kids off the street.
I tell you, that's the greater mission. That's the mission, and that's what. We talked last week on the call. Yes, the vitamin sprays are doing wonders for the health of those who are taking them. We're hearing every day the testimonies from it. But we also talked about the financial freedom that you gain from this compensation plan. And I think about Melanie McGill. The word says to give honor where honor is due. And I think about Melanie McGill when I think about them when they were like just 19 and 21 years old. It's not normal for a 19 or 20-year-old to come out of school and already know that the 9 to 5 is not what they want. You know what I'm saying? Back then, not that it was that long ago, but I can't think if they listened to God back then. They knew that there was something greater. Mel said he watched his dad work every day, and he hardly saw his dad because his dad was always working. And he knew then that that was not what he was going to do. I'm not going to take my time away from my children. I'm not going to be at work all the time and not watch them grow up and not enjoy, seeing them do things. He made up his mind at such a young age he was not going to do that. But Melanie and McGill didn't just stop with what their passion was. Their desire was now to give everyone else that same opportunity, to not have to work unless you want to. to be able to go to your child's recital, your dance recital, to go to your child's baseball game or basketball game, to be home when your children come home. They had that because they were determined not to get stuck in that rut of a 9 to 5. And the fact that they listened back then at such a young age, and it's rewarding so many people now. It's rewarding so many people now. So we have greater missions that we're called to. And working a 9 to 5 is not going to give you the finances that you're going to need to do the greater mission that you've been called to build a children's home, to help a homeless child, to feed a hungry mouth, to clothe a naked body. That 9 to 5 is not going to give you the money to do that. But when you come into something like this and you can see it, it's laid before you. It's plain and simple. If you just go for it, if you just work, if you put in the hours. Pastor Del says all the time, just give me 10 hours a week. If you give me 10 hours a week, I'll show you how to be financially free based on our compensation plan. And that freedom is to do the things that you desire to do. And Pat, we're with you and Ed all the way with this children's home being built. And we know it's going to happen. We know it's going to happen.
We need your prayers, your love, and your support on that. We know that's going to happen, and another thing, there are days I just want to get up on top of the roof and just shout from the rooftop saying, do you realize what we've got here, in our hands? You just want to share it with everyone, and of course we do. My Ed is one of the greatest ever. I mean, yesterday he had lunch with someone sharing the business, and then he was out and about. We had a dent on the car from a hailstorm we had here, and they're just now getting around to getting fixed. He had to deliver that. He's talking to the Hertz rental guy that picked him up and, sharing with him, let me get your email so I can send you some information on these amazing products. And, he brought me in like 3 contacts yesterday. He's called me on the phone saying, can you email them, something on the vitamins? So it's just amazing. And we are quite the team because he is definitely a great team player, and I'm so very blessed.
Yeah, you can see Ed. You can see that in my big brother, Ed. He is a team player. I look forward to the team effort TV show because, see, we're going to be able to captivate those stories with Hercy and her husband, and how, he. I know that. I just pray that it would just react that the part where he walks in the room and she's up on her own and she's dressed and she's ready to just take charge after so many years. And I'm just looking forward to those stories being captured on the Team Effort television show. And that's going to be a powerful tool for us.
It is.
Yeah, we can shout from the rooftop. That'll be one way we'll be able to shout from the rooftop is through that television network show. So we're definitely looking forward to that. Well, let's bring on our buddy, Pastor Dale, because we girls get on the phone and we just kind of care. Don't we? Pastor Dale, you still love us?
Well, I tell you, Pat, great testimonies, great stories, and I think you've coined it and captured it really well. What we're all about. And sure, there's a lot of financial benefit to be made in this business, but when you have the ability to help change people's lives and help people realize their dreams, like the home you're talking about, the 100,000 people my wife and I want to help with their health. When you think about those kind of tangible things that we can do to advance the cause, not only of 10 but people's health. I'm telling you, we have you have lifetime customers when they're getting out of their bed and they're now walking in the wheelchair, walking in a walker, and then move on to a cane, and then they're walking without any assistance. When we see people's health being changed and you giving them their freedom back, giving you liberty, I'm telling you, it's liberating to be able to move around on your own. Versus having to have help, versus having to be strapped to some kind of machine. It's liberating. And when you can give people their liberty, oh my gosh, that's priceless. As they say, that's priceless when you can give them back their freedom and their liberty. So our heart goes out with you guys because, your heart is in the right place. You're doing it for the right reason. Your why is obvious. And we're really excited to have you a part of the team.
Thank you so much, Pastor Dale. What a blessing you both are and have been in my life as well.
Well, family, Pat has been a blessing to us today, and you can join Pat tonight. Pat's going to have a a conference call tonight at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Pat is hosting a call every Tuesday and every Thursday evening. So get your guests on. For those who can't make it to the morning call, if you can make the morning and the evening call, it's just more empowering. You just get a double portion of that. So join Pat tonight along with her handsome husband, Ed, my buddy, at 9 o'clock. And it's at the same number, same access code tonight. Right, Pat?
That's right. Thank you so much, Pastor Denise and Pastor Gail. We hope you have a marvelous 10-day today. I know you too. You will.
Well, real quick, Pat. I want you to mention, the 17th. We're going to be in San Francisco, and you've been working really hard and trying to find some locations and things of that nature. And Pastor Denise and I have been coordinating. Just talk to us just real briefly about what you found with the, now I don't know if you have that in front of you. I know you sent me a text message. But I think people, and I've been getting text messages from people, where you guys staying, what are we doing, so why don't you just kind of speak a little bit about what you come up with as far as rates and locations there for San Francisco?
Well, Ed actually found this hotel. It's a Holiday Inn at the Golden Gate Bridge. Golden Gateway is the name of it, Golden Gateway. 1500 Van Ness, V-A-N, and then another word, N-E-S-S Avenue. The rates, May 14th is $181. Oops, sorry, my thing went off here. The 15th is $181, and then the 17th, 16th, and 17th is like $235. So it goes up a little bit. You know how weekends, how they do. But I would go ahead and call them right away. They say that, I'm assuming, and I've seen pictures, this is right outside of the Golden Gate Bridge, so we'll be able to see that from our hotel. It books up very fast, according to the people we have contacted there. You can call Riza, R-I-Z-A, V-A-L-T-A-Z-A-R, and that number is 415-447-3008 to reserve your room, and as I say, ASAP. Now, it's great that if we all stay there in the same area. They're also, Ed has spoken with someone, and they're going to make transportation easier for us to get over to the Treasure Island. And also I want to give a big shout out to Christy Fair. She also worked on this very hard as well. And so her and Head kind of got together, and they've put this all together. So thanks to our great team members, they have made this available for us, and at the best rate. We did find, and this was a lot of negotiating on Christy Fair's part to get the rate down to where it was.
Wow.
Why don't you give us that number one more time?
The number is 415-447-3008, and your contact is Riza, R-I-Z-A, the last name, V-A-L-T-A-Z-A-R, and I would definitely go through this person just because we got it set up with a discounted rate. The second number for you to call is 415-441-4000, and this lady's name is... The second number, okay, Ed was signaling me over here. All right, but that'll give you a way to go, and okay, let Ed speak a minute about the transportation.
We're getting ready to take off. I've got a 3-day trip to Wilmington, but I talked to the concierge, who was very helpful. Her name is Sue. She said she could arrange some transportation for us, because obviously it's going to cost a lot of money if 1 or 2 or 3 people jump into a taxi cab. And do not rent a car. It costs $40 at the airport. It costs $40 to park in the hotel parking lot. But
rent a car there.
If we can get an approximate number of your people and our people, then she said she could set up a minibus, a bus, or whatever that'll be much less expensive than taxi cabs.
Okay. Sounds good.
Great. Well, and let me say, I've looked at some of the hotel rates, and these are really, really good rates comparable. I mean, I don't think you can get anything under $200. Right, what I'm seeing is $290, $280, $275. So these are pretty reasonable rates, guys. I know they look like they may be a little high comparative with what we've been spending before as we go to some of these events. But San Francisco is a very expensive place to have events, and these are definitely reasonable rates compared to what I've found so far. Thank you, Pat, Ed, for your research and doing this. It's going to be very, very helpful. Pastor D, go ahead and you can wrap it up.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Ed. Thank you, Pat, for the information, and we'll keep you updated on that each week. As a matter of fact, Pat, if you can post it on the Facebook page on Tenacious and 10 Prosperity, the person's name, Reese's name and number, and post it there, and everyone that wants to be a part of that, just, put your name and say, I want to be in on this, I want to be on this, so we can have a head count of how many, how much transportation we're going to need to have provided. So Pat's going to post it on the Tenacious and the 10 Prosperity Facebook page, and we want you all to respond. Now, if you're not on Facebook, please get on Facebook. I know it's a good way to communicate. I know I don't do that kind of stuff, but it's okay. It's safe. Just come on Facebook and just be a part of that page. It'll help you. But if you're not, then send Pastor Dell or myself a text message or your upline and let them know that you want to be a part of that. Have them reach out to us so we can get your name and number and make sure that we know that you're there, just so we can have enough transportation provided. And book your room quick, because I think those rooms are going to go fast at that price. That is a pretty good price space for San Francisco. Again, this is at 10 University, May the 17th. Looking forward to everyone being there May 17th. It's going to be a wonderful time. We're going to have a wonderful time. Well, let's go out to Atlanta, Georgia, and bring Mr. One-Star Kevin Vaughn to the call to bring us our quote for today.
Welcome to the future, everyone. Welcome to the future, my one-star business partners. Can you hear me? I love it. I love it. Pat Lowe, you are awesome. What a great call today, ladies and gentlemen. What a great call today. I know everybody's going to listen to this one over and over again today. Because, Pat, you are amazing. We thank God for you, and we know that everything you talked about is going to come true. So we're excited about that. And, ladies and gentlemen, all I can do is tell you, talk to everybody on the planet. That's one of my new phrases. Talk to everybody about this wonderful opportunity. Tell them about your new business partners. Tell them about Mel and Amy. You can say, all you have to do is say, you need to meet Mel and Amy. Say, who's Mel and Amy? You need to find out. And just give me information, ladies and gentlemen, and find out what they're doing. Just whatever it takes to get this information in front of people, ladies and gentlemen. But be excited about what Mel and Amy has given us, guys. We have a tremendous blessing. And only one in a lifetime. I know for me, this is only one in a lifetime opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, and you've got to take advantage of it. Hey, Pastor, we got some powerful quotes today. Are you ready, Pastors? Are you ready for the quotes today? I love it. I love it. Hey, the first one's powerful. The first one is from the Dalai Lama. He says, never give up, no matter what's going on. Never give up. Develop the heart. Too much energy in your country is spent developing the mind instead of the heart. Be compassionate, not just to your friends, but to everyone. Be passionate. Work for peace in your heart and in the world. Work for peace. And I say again, never give up. No matter what's going on around you, never give up. That's the Dalai Lama. Hey, the next one is Nassim Taleb. He says, if you hear someone use the words impossible, never, too difficult, too often, drop them or her from your social network. Just drop them. Never take no for an answer. Conversely, take most yeses and most probabilities. Ladies and gentlemen, don't let nobody take it from you. Nobody take it from you. If they even sneeze negative, you just say, thank you, I'm out of here. That's all you got to do, ladies and gentlemen. Just sneeze. Then sneezing negative, just get out of here. I have a good friend of mine. He says anytime a negative person around, he's allergic to him. He just leaves the room. Just leaves the room. Anything comes negative, he just leaves the room. I love it. That's the second quote, ladies and gentlemen. The last quote of the day, ladies and gentlemen, we want you to be excited and take advantage of this wonderful opportunity Melanie Gill has given to us. It's from Harriet Tubman. She says, every great dream begins with a dreamer. You all are dreamers today. Always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world. That's what Pat and her husband are doing, changing the world. That's what we're all doing. Back to you, Pastor Denise. You all have a powerful and productive day.
Hey, Kevin, look, there's a big expo in Atlanta, Georgia this weekend.
Oh, man. Yes, man. There's so much happening down here. Ladies and gentlemen, I need to talk about that real quickly. As
yes,
you know, we did it in the spring and the summer. Oh, yeah. You got to attend events. There's events happening all around the country, ladies and gentlemen, in your city. Please plan to go to some of the events. I know you can't make them all, but go to these expos. Go to these meet and greets. We have also, too, another nice one, ladies and gentlemen, for your ear on meetup.com. Meetup.com. Go to meetup.com and look for the organizations and meetups in your area. They are tremendous. For example, health and wellness groups meet. We got physicians meet, dentists meet, whatever in the situation. But meetup.com, get on that. It's free, and then get to know some of the meetup groups in that area and those meetings. So, yes, Pastor Denise, you got to network some of these organizations. I've got invited to one next. But it's all this is a meet and greet stuff. You come there to network. You go to the network. I was invited by the president. Go to these events, ladies and gentlemen. In each major city, matter of fact, all the major cities have something going on. We're talking about from the National Sales Network all the way to all kind of meetup groups and social media. There's also, too, Latin and Hispanic networking, ladies and gentlemen, that goes on in our cities. Please go to now where they meet after work for a few hours. Just go and have your business cards ready, your handouts ready, and just meet. All you need is two. All you need is two, ladies and gentlemen. One on your left and one on your right. Maybe things will start going from there, as Pastor Denise and Pastor Dale mentioned earlier. So, yes, everybody networking. Go online and get the social media or, I should say, events in your city. For example, type in Atlanta events. It'll give you all the events in Atlanta, Pastor Dale. Type in Maryland event. Look at events in Maryland, D.C., whatever city you're in, just type in that information in Google, and it will the events that are going on in your area, and just schedule your time throughout the month and attend it, ladies and gentlemen. Festivals are going on. We had a festival just recently, met two dynamic people at a family just talking about what they're going to do for the future. And just amazing. We had thousands of people there, 2 or 3 people there, and got the information, ladies and gentlemen, and we're showing them the business this week. Business, network, and always network the planet, ladies and gentlemen. We're waiting for these wonderful opportunities. So thank you so much, Pastor Denise. And also, too, we got to talk about so we want to get that on the network soon. I know we got the TV coming, but I want to offer the radio program. We can talk about the details where people can call in and leave their information, and then that'll be powerful and have it all recorded. So we can do that as soon as possible. So we'll talk to you more about that later. But
well, I know that. Yeah, I know that Dr. Benson, along with Ray Baskin, is having a really huge expo in Atlanta this week. I'm going to see if I can get Ray Baskin on the call tomorrow just to give us some information. But, they're looking for sprays. Looking for sprays. So you want to be at that event. And I'm trying to get a flyer so I can post it on social media. So you can, it's going to be, I was talking to Ray this week, and it's going to be a huge event in Atlanta.
Yes,
so we're trying to get
absolutely.
As well.
Details with me. Yeah, I didn't have the details right in front of me, so we'll be glad to get that out to you. And we were talking about that right on the phone yesterday. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, sir. Okay, so what's happening around you? You get out there and make it happen because we are growing in leaps and bounds, and you want to make sure you're sharing the word. Pat and Ed, we love you guys so much.
Yes,
can't wait to see you at Penn University. Can't wait to see you all, along with Mel and Amy. Don't you just want to hug them? Oh, doesn't want to hug them. And Daddy Phil.
Pastor, can I say one more thing I forgot to say? 24th, all of our 10-team family, Pastor Denise and Pastor Dale are going to be in North Carolina for our shout that out. So they're the house for our 2 lovely people that are guests, and we are honored to have you come to North Carolina. Thank you so much. I wanted to shout that out. We'll be getting out more information on that as well.
We'll be there. Whistles and bells on May the 24th. Looking forward to that. On May the 24th in North Carolina with Pat and Ed and North Carolina team. Looking forward to that. Well, family, be on the call with the Spanish. We have a Spanish conference call that's going to take place in about 30 minutes. That's 9:10 Pacific, 12:10 Eastern Standard Time. So get your Spanish-speaking friends on the call this morning at 9:10 Pacific, 12:10 Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget, tonight at 8 o'clock, Mr. T has the show, Me the Money. Ooh, you guys will learn how you blessed to do this compensation plan to help Ed and Pat to throw that home, that children's home. You're going to need to understand how this compensation plan works. So please get on the call with Mr. T tonight, 8 o'clock, and know your comp plan. Know how you're getting paid, because you're getting paid whether you know it or not. And don't forget to join Pat at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on the call. She'll be hosting more testimonies and product call information in regards to the product and the company. And join Anita Poole tomorrow, Wednesday, 12:30 Eastern Standard Time for team training. Get your training. Bobby, that's where you want to get that training, that personal development. Get your team on with Anita tomorrow. It's going to be live broadcast using the My Video Talk 2s at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time with Anita Poole. That is Wednesday. That's it for today, family. Be back on the call tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock a.m. Pacific and 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this has been an awesome call. Thank you, Pat.
Yes.
And know this. What are we going to tell him, Pat? What are we going to tell him, Kevin? What are we going to tell him, Pastor Dale? You are...
and we appreciate it. Amen.
Love you all.
Have a great day, everybody.